picture of the human brain. The human brain is made up of three major parts. You have your brainstem, which regulates your cardiovascular function. You have the cerebral cortex, which helps you process language, memory, sensory, and movement. And you have your limbic system, which controls your emotions and your behavior. Teachers gear instruction towards our cerebral cortex part of our brain where we use language, we memorize information, and we take tests. But it is just as important to develop our limbic system where we learn social, emotional, and behavioral skills, which leads me to my topic. Hello, my name is Milahn M SEP, and my topic is including social and emotional skills in the elementary school curriculum. My thesis is social and emotional skills should be taught as part of the elementary school curriculum because it will help kids academically, result to less altercations in the future, and students will learn to solve problems that will benefit them in the real world. Social and emotional learning is the process through which children acquire and apply the knowledge, skills, and attitude necessary to manage emotions, maintain positive relationships, set and achieve positive goals, feel and show empathy for others, and make responsible decisions. The 5 core competencies of social and emotional learning is self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, relationship management, and responsible decision-making. Social and emotional learning will decrease the number of write-ups and suspensions due to fights. Before a student resorts to putting their hands on another student, they will learn self-awareness. Self-awareness gives you the ability to recognize emotions as it's happening, label the emotion, monitor the emotion, and then understand why you are feeling that particular way. Once you are able to do that, you can then effectively regulate the emotion by self-soothing and maintaining a positive mindset. That's how you are able to demonstrate responsibility for yourself and for others. Studies show that SEL students are more likely to be college ready. They learn goal setting, making specific, relevant, and achievable goals in a timely manner. They learn to self-motivate, and they also learn organizational skills, which is planning and coordinating oneself in one's resources effectively. These skills are necessary for high school and college, and learning them at an early age puts them in routine for display later in life. Social and emotional learning promotes efficient learning inside the classroom. Unmanaged stress and poor regulation of impulses interfere with attention and memory, which leads to disruptive learning behaviors. Our emotions and our relationships affect what we learn and how we use what we learn in a family, community, and work context. Emotions can enable us to generate an active interest in learning and sustain our engagement in it. SEL pushes students to become the best person they can be. Teachers push students to become the best academically, but they should also push students to become the best socially, emotionally, and behaviorally, and SEL gives you the tools to become just that. Social and emotional learning outcomes may seem straightforward. However, they are to be learned through observation, direct guidance, and experience. Not everyone has the opportunity to learn these such concepts at home, and for those who do, these developments are not reinforced in many public settings. And as the push for more standardized tests becomes the norm, healthy social and emotional learning is squeezed out of the classroom curriculum. Social and emotional learning is a process, therefore requires time, patience, and educators dedicated to providing a safe and learning environment. So for my service, I taught social and emotional skills at Villa Heights Elementary School. I taught Miss Roseborough's first grade class. I did scenarios with them, gave them worksheets, and I just talked to each student individually to get to know them better. So when I would go to Villa Heights, I would come around recess time. So I would go outside and play with the kids, or I would talk to the teacher. I would come back, teach my lesson, and for the rest of the day, I would help them with any sentences that they were doing, any homework that they had, or if they were reading a book, I would read it with them. So as you can see here, this is me in front of the Villa Heights sign. This is the Villa Heights School. It's a very small school. It's one teacher per grade, and it only goes up to the 4th grade. And that is me on the last day, talking to the kids, letting them ask me any last questions that they had, and promising them that I'll come back to visit them soon. So for my project, I created a social and emotional lesson plan binder. So here is the binder that I have. It includes the actual lesson plan, which has the lesson topic, the aim, the objectives, the do now, the mini lesson, and the main activity. That's this picture here. This picture here is the 3 worksheets that I have created for the kids with the help of my mom. It's one for expressing feelings, a conflict resolution worksheet, which you circle the behaviors that are needed to solve conflict. You cross out the behaviors that you should avoid when solving conflict. And just a reflective worksheet, how just teaching kids how to effectively explain their emotions. So for this picture here, it's worksheets that I collected from the kids. So here are some examples. And this last picture is journal entries that I created. Every time I went to Villa Heights, I have did journal entries just to see how my day was and the type of behaviors that I seen and the type of things that the kids would ask me. So I went to Villa Heights a total of 8 times, so I did 8 journal entries. So I'll read part of one. Today was my last day volunteering at Villa Heights. It is bittersweet because I'm glad to have this part of my senior exit completed. But at the same time, I'm glad that I experienced this. I met these kids and it made me think back on the days where I had no idea how many life balls curved at you. I think and hope my topic will stick with them, and I hope Ms. Rosewell will continue to use what I had already taught them. So that's part of one of the journal entries. So this is my part. My biggest takeaway was learning how important it is to ask the students how they're feeling. I love seeing the kids' faces when I would ask them, how was their day? And it would light up when they would tell me why their mom made them mad last night or why they are having such a great week. So it is important to know that someone is listening and that someone cares. Thank you, and what questions do you have?
So I'll just ask one question. Milahn, what advice would you have for a senior just starting his or her senior exit?
Don't procrastinate. That's my biggest advice, because the work is going to pile up on you, and then you have your line binder as well. So just do things time by time and just enjoy it. That's my
Awesome. One more time, beautiful Milahn.